Well, hello there, everyone. Mr. Rooster Elite here, bringing you guys another video. As promised, I'm trying to continue with these types of videos. These are really the videos I definitely want to start doing because honestly, y'all, if I can help one person, you know, just learn something or understand themselves, or understand just something about life in general a little bit more. And that's all right, I'm all right with that. But enough that being said, because this topic is actually going to be a pretty interesting one, y'all. Because this is something that 9 times out of 10, most of you all have not thought about. I'm not trying to undermine anyone, but I'm just saying on a typical day to day, we don't think about what our thoughts are. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, thoughts are thoughts. Yeah, but what are they? You know what I'm saying? Like, at one point in time, like, a, alright, so a thought is nothing but an idea and a thought are basically interchangeable. Like, what's the real difference between the two is that an idea is more like is like a more refined thought. You know what I'm saying? So when I say what is a thought, right? I mean, like, what principles do it have, possibly? You know what I'm saying? What actually is? Let me see. A thought. What makes a thought a thought? You know what I'm saying? Because at Facebook started out as a thought, right? The company, and just like that, uh, plenty of other companies started out as just those as well, just thoughts, an idea, you know, something that it was seemingly intangible, some type of object that just pops into a person's head, you know. And what's fascinating about it is how thoughts come, or how they're just somehow brought into this dimension by some type of force that is outside of our voluntary control. We literally have no choice of, like, some of the thoughts that come through our head. They just come, you know. And just like some people try to eliminate negative thoughts, right? Me just now getting into uh meditation and yoga and everything like that, I can personally say that you're not gonna just get rid of negative thoughts. All that's gonna do is just be like a delay in your own progress. That's all that is, honestly. You don't want that. Why would you want to delay your own personal growth? You know, like, I don't know anyone that would actually want to stunt their growth, but it be like that. Like, a lot of us don't think about these things, and if we don't think about these things, then you know we if you know better, you do better. If you don't know better, you can't do better. And that's why I want to bring awareness to these type of things, because this is how we can live better lives. A lot of us think that if we do something externally, that's where we'll find some type of true happiness or eternal peace or something like that. But that's not the case at all. We'll find eternal peace from not just within, right? Because my thing is, I don't meditate to gain anything. You know what I'm saying? The whole point in meditation, I lose myself when I meditate. And that's the beauty of it, the getting away from the ego, the dissolution from it. And it seems like a foreign concept if you never explored it, especially if you never even explored the concept of how much of a burden the ego can be. And I'm not trying to say that the ego is all a bad thing. However, if it's not regulated, if you're not mindful, then it definitely can it can definitely take over your life, and you don't want that because that's how a lot of people are operating, and you see it every day, and whether it don't even matter what type of terms you want to throw on it, but honestly, you see it every day. At the end of the day, we're all subject to our ego, and only active practice to stay mindful throughout day-to-day activities will we really understand and realize how much of a burden the ego is, and how we don't have to uh, stay subject to it. But with that being said, uh, thoughts are pretty interesting because I feel as though they're not even necessarily uh, from this dimension necessarily. Like, I feel as though some like weird fourth dimension or fifth dimensional being somehow just throws these thoughts into our mind. Like, think about it like this: like, why do we always have this innate feeling to just get the latest and greatest thing that's out there, like materialistic wise, whether it's technological advancements, aka the newest phone that comes out, or whatever. We always want better, and then every year we just so eager for the next thing for whatever reason. Why is it that we want that? And let's be honest now. I don't want I'm gonna be honest with you. I finally was able to remove all of that, and I never really cared for a lot of that stuff, believe it or not. I truly believe that I was able to wake up a little faster than others because I think I've been here before. I'm pretty positive all of us have, but we're gonna get into that another time. But staying on the subject, I feel like some type of being from the fourth or fifth dimensional being, maybe even higher, but most likely fourth or fifth dimensional being, right? And um I feel like they somehow just, throw it into our minds. And that is where, like, we always get this innate sense of just always wanting to innovate, make things better from. You know what I'm saying? We were building pyramids and lining things up, like Stonehenge, lining stuff up astrologically. And it's just crazy how all of these things just, we've been trying to innovate since we can even, date as far as we can date back to, obviously, with these the ruins of the early humans. And it's definitely interesting because it makes you wonder, where does that come from? Like why is it that we are so fascinated with doing things like that, whereas other animals, like a bear doesn't care about building no sculpture or the beauty that a tree has. You know what I'm saying? And there's obviously something different that is going on there, and obviously we can't explain it yet scientifically, but it's very interesting to think like that, because it makes you wonder, and it opens up a conversation, and that's what I'm all about. Just opening up a conversation and making it a safe space to talk about just about whatever, because at the end of the day, no matter how simplistic this question seems, and to make a whole video on it, so I know how some people are probably thinking. They're probably thinking like, well, really, the whole video on what a thought is? But we don't know what a thought is. Like, what is it? You don't know. No one knows what it is, and that's the beauty of it. We get to ponder, we get to wonder, and you get to hear my take on it, because you can learn a little something from everyone, but sometimes you need to hear others' opinions to really spark a great innovation in your own mind. It just, that's how it works sometimes, and it be like that. It's crazy though, because like every company that's out right now, it started out as some type of thought. You know what I'm saying? And of course, obviously, this can be debated more or less. Uh, that a thought is nothing more than less concentrated version of an idea, you know. But either way, they intertwine for the most part. So it's like these things is like they're like an entity all on its own that wants to be born. You know what I'm saying? The same way that uh we all come on now. We're not gonna act like we don't know how we got here. You know, babies are born. It happens, and you know it's like it. You cannot stop it. You know, and this is probably the same thing. Maybe thoughts are some type of weird entity that wants to be born, you know. And some do, like, you know, Facebook and stuff like that, and some don't. Some don't make it through the they don't make it through the survival process. It happens, you know. But it's definitely crazy. uh I feel like the main difference between a thought and an idea, personally, is that honestly, the like you more so act on ideas versus a thought. Like I feel like yes, obviously you can act on a thought as well, but you are more so like sit on thoughts. Like you think about thoughts. However, an idea you typically try to like put into play. Like you try to, you know, put some type of action with it when it comes to an idea. You know, typically, if you understand what I'm saying, if you're catching the drift. But seriously, thoughts are a very amazing phenomenon because there are billions and perhaps even trillions of neurons in our brains, you know what I mean? And all of these neurons are literally working and they're producing these thoughts. And it's so amazing. It's beautiful because we have the capability to to analyze these thoughts and watch these thoughts, sit on them and pay attention to them and ponder, wonder what the hell are they? Because we don't know what they are. Like we like to act like we know things, but we don't know what the hell a thought is. I like to say that, you know, I know what a thought is, but we don't know what that is for real. It's very interesting though. It's very interesting concept. I definitely appreciate y'all for listening to me rant about this because I definitely want to know what y'all think a thought is. I'm not sure what a thought is. Maybe a thought is some weird interdimensional is some type of interdimensional I can't even say it. Interdimensional uh entity that just like I said that just wants to be born. But what could it be outside of that? I have no idea. Like why is it that sometimes you'll be thinking about how hungry you are, right? Or yeah, just how hungry you are, and next thing you know, it's you just probably just random thought get thrown into your head like, no, I wonder this I wonder can gravity ever be reversed? You know, just some random thought, just though, you know, just a random one just gets thrown into your head, and you usually don't pay it much mind, but this is a serious thing. Like, where the hell does that, like, where does that come from? Why does that just pop into your head? It just comes, you know, and it's definitely a crazy phenomenon because we can't explain it. You know what I'm saying? And it's already been proven that we can communicate telepathically. You know, this is science now. And with that being said, we can communicate telepathically. That means that we could use thought somehow. We can somehow try to manipulate these motherfucking things, and we can actually I don't even know. We could do something with them though, and that within itself, it could be something. Like, just imagine if we could harness a thought. Like, it sounds crazy now, but a lot of things sound crazy until it actually happens. Like, we're literally don't forget, and I'm gonna say this probably every episode. We are literally nothing but fucking dead, like star particles. You know what I'm saying? We are made of them same things that are made of stars. You know, so definitely interesting thing to think about, especially once you start opening up your mind to how crazy our reality actually is. But with that being said, everyone, I hope you all enjoyed this interesting story. And do tell me what y'all think about this and what y'all think thoughts are. And I will see you all in the next one. I will see you all later. Respect. I did my thing. I'm not lame. Ooh. He liked the way I was doing that ass, man. He was like, you know what, man, this nigga.